All right, before we play this episode, I want to say thank you to Andres for giving us the time to speak to him on a podcast. If you guys don't know who he is the videographer, the man behind the camera in Payton Talbott's YouTube videos. Literally, he talked about how he started from episode 1, right in the middle of episode 1, and continuing on. He's also shot some short films and talked about doing some short films himself. Very inspiring story. There's lots of peaks and valleys throughout his life, and he was able to share it in a 2-hour podcast, man. So I would really appreciate it if you guys left a like and commented down below your favorite part. And also, if you want to name this type of segment for videos like this, have a cool name. That'll be cool. So don't want to take too much time in the intro. Hope you guys enjoy today's episode with Andres Lopez. All right, we should be good. So what's going on, guys? We have our first guest on kind of like a podcast, I would say. We have Andres Lopez. He does video work for Payton Talbott. And if you guys want to check him out on Instagram, it's what was your Instagram again? It's Andy Cinema Film on Instagram. So if you guys want to check him out, it's the boy right here. So thank you, Andres, for making the time to talk. And I'm very interested on how you started recording or photography in your career, and kind of how you found the passion for it. So was it just like something you did on the side, or is this something that you knew you wanted to do?
Well, first than all, thank you for inviting me here, for having me here. I really appreciate um, how I started. I believe I started like in 15 when I was in the school. I buy it on that time. Like the phones, the smartphones used to start to release phones, like cell phones with cameras inside. So in
Right.
this time, it was Sony Ericsson. They released the first smartphone Walkman with a camera of 2 megapixels. On that time, 2 fucking megapixels was amazing, man. Like fucking where it is right now, probably like 4K. Like you can see everything so like detailed. Right now it's trash. 2 megapixels is
Yeah.
straight trash. But yeah, so what I was doing on that time is like after school, me and my friends, we go to one of my friends' house, and we just create like little histories, bro. Like we just started to fuck around, doing the stuff similar like jackass.
Okay.
So I have my friend like, oh, my name is Jean Paul, and I'ma do this shit, and he just like crash his body with a fucking shopping cart or something like that. So they were probably very important right now in my life, because that's how I started. That's how I started to film, to start to have my first experience grabbing a camera, even if it's a cell phone, dude.
Mhm.
Works, because now we are talking like working with Payton. I have a good ass camera, but sometimes, dude, I have been in a nightclub, or I don't know, bro, or we are trespassing in a place, or I can't like get through with a big ass camera. So I'm using a iPhone, I'm using a GoPro, I'm using like these action cameras who are just like very compact, easy to use, but also like has kind of decent quality. It's not like really, sometimes it's not like to have something really sophisticated, but as long as like good quality and accomplish the thing of like, okay, we can see you fine, works.
Right.
No, so the channel of Peyton is a good combination of all those sources. You see good interviews with high quality and all that stuff, and then you see random clips, him going through walls, that's a GoPro, or that's even a smartphone. So but yeah, on that time, that's how I started. And then eventually my first job was as a graphic designer, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, I started as a graphic designer. I worked for a like a, how you, here will be like Lowe's. Lowe's,
Like a
like
Home
this place
Depot.
where you can buy like
Right.
tools and construction shit.
Yes.
All right, so I was working kind of like in that place. So my job was take the pictures of the product, and in my Illustrator I have like a catalog of the products, and I just have to upload the pictures, describe the items. So probably, yeah, photography was my first very job, and I eventually got involved with video like
Mm-hmm.
professionally. It was when I hit 21. When I hit 20, I like right now currently I have 33 years. In like 2 weeks, in April 12th,
Oh,
I'm a turn
congratulations. Nice.
34.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Happy early birthday to you, man. I was looking at
Thank-
through your Instagram and it seemed like you started like recording with like food and like at restaurants and then, working your way up.
yeah, I mean, if you see my Instagram, you're gonna see like a little of everything.
Right.
You're gonna see like food styling, music videos, portraits, weddings. But it's because like in my life, if I do want to be a full-time videographer, I do have to grab all the works until I can be a little picky and start to solidify on what's my style, and then I can start to be like, like right now I'm
Yeah.
speaking to you.
Mm-hmm.
I already stopped to work in any photography work. Right
Uh-huh.
now I'm not in Reno. I live in Payton's house. Like, in the house of Payton we live like him, two of his roommate, which are the best of his friends, and then you have me living there.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was going with this?
I was asking you because I went through your Instagram and then it was like through food and it kind of we're just describing kind of the way that you built your way up from like the early days, the megapixels.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so just
So
like
like
mhm.
back in Ecuador, I started to work when I turned 21. I started to work in a film house. They were making commercials, music videos. They were grabbing jobs for photography. We just hired a photographer. So I started just like a club man. When they hire me as a graphic designer, and slash when they have productions, I gotta
Mhm.
be the clap man. So it's in one, take one, clap, and then comes the director to say, okay, so camera recording, now you're recording, all we ready, like 3, 2, 1, action, boom. That it was my job, dude. Just like boop, that's it. Oh,
Yeah.
the scene was wrong. Okay, let's go again. Scene one, take two, boop, and then comes the director, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
After a couple months, probably like 5 or 6 months, because it was like a small company.
Hmm.
I mean, I really appreciate the owner of that company because he let us grow inside. On that time, I didn't knew how to grab a camera, like a professional camera. They were working on that time with a Canon 5D Mark III, something like that. And they have like the Ursa Mini from Blackmagic. So that's the other thing that I love it. In that film house, they have cameras from different brands. Nikon, Fujifilm, Blackmagic, Red, Arri, the lights. They have like all this equipment. So I was like in a place that I don't know shit, but they are completely open to teach me.
That's awesome.
So all that I have to do here is just put the best of me and learn if
Hmm.
really I like and love this shit. Because yeah, I was the clubman, but I was loving my work, dude. I was
Nice.
just like naturally loving that shit, and I was like, oh shit, like I really like this shit. Oh, the models here, the people, DP, the gaffers, the art directors. Like you start to see, like, oh shit, we're watching a music video, but we don't realize like how much people are involved behind. Like it's a hell of people, like 30, 50, depending how big is the project. So I worked there for so many years, and this is like the part like kind of, I don't know,
Hmm.
but as I'm saying, that it was a small company. in like 2 years, I grow in a point that I was as executive producer slash first camera. So
Mm-hmm.
from Clapman, I jumped to be literally like the right hand of the director or the CEO of that company.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to go to agencies. I started to have experience also like to negotiate, to see like, oh, this is how works this part.
Yes.
And all of that helped me to eventually in like the next year, me and two of my other co-workers, we opened our own film company. He hate us. He already hate me. If you are watching this video, Rafael, I don't have anything against you. You know, it's part of life. We want to grow. We don't want to be employees. We want to be the owners of our own future, and that's what happened. At that time, we were super young, and we were like, dude, we are not enough to have our own thing and run our own business? Because
Right.
I was doing like all the business part, and when we execute the video, I was like doing the work. And my boss was just in that point where he was super comfortable just watching.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to rise up our salaries because in Ecuador it's not like hourly, it's salaries. So
Okay.
he was like, "No, I can't pay you guys this. I can pay you commission," and that's why we break up. And we were like, "Okay, fuck it, let's get our thing."
Mm-hmm.
And everything was fine until the COVID hits. Why I'm telling you this?
Yes.
Because why I'm in US if
Mm-hmm.
everything in Ecuador was fine?
Right.
Yeah, the pandemic hits in 2020, and that's when my parents were like, "Hey, Andres, I know you are okay. I know you are in your thing, but
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna tell you this." At that time, we were like having this visa as a tourist because I was traveling to US like back and forward since I have probably 16, going to Disney,
Wow.
Florida, New York, wherever. I have family, so I was like back and forth in my vacations. But on that time, it was like my dad was like, "Hey, we're gonna go to US, but we are not coming back. So you wanna come with us, or what do you wanna do?" So I just started my business. We were so good, like we already had like from like we had nothing. We run from that film house with nothing in our hands, just a couple like $2,000 just to start a business, literally. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we rented a little cheap place, but when I had the decision to move from Ecuador to United States, I already have my business in the eighth floor, like kind of in the last floor, kind of like in a penthouse of a super nice luxury building. I had like a super good deal with them. I had great clients, man. Like I was working with Pepsi, Gatorade, Johnson and Johnson. I was working with the best agencies in Ecuador, so I was doing good, man. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh yeah, right now probably it's like I'm not rich, but I'll be fine in a couple years. So that's the thing. I decided instead to invest 5 years in Ecuador. I invested five here in US, and I'm very glad I did that decision because in Ecuador, my craziest dream was to work for the UFC or work for a UFC fighter. In
Mm-hmm.
Ecuador, I used to work for Chito Vera. I still have a post of him because I don't know. I'm not the kind of person to delete my post and just keep the best that I want. I want to show my journey. I want to like if whoever is interested to see my journey, go watch it, and you will find a super old OG Chito Vera with no too many tattoos. And yeah, so I decided to come to United States, right? So in this 5 years, because we are already in 2025, in July 15 of this year, I'm gonna have 5 years in US since I left Ecuador.
Wow.
A lot of things changed because when I came with a dream, and Like I didn't care what I have to do to get my goals. So on
Right.
that time, all I wanted is work, money, a place to sleep, and that's it. So I was a dishwasher. I got a job pretty fast because at the time when we moved to US, it was a friend of my parents who already have like a job for us. So we got like literally that week we landed in US. We start I arrived for first time in my life in the state of Pennsylvania. Love Pennsylvania.
I've never
Beautiful
been.
state, a lot of nature, like kind of a lot of like family stuff, a lot to do all year, 4 seasons, so keeps you interesting.
Nice.
But yeah, dishwasher in a resort, working there, trying to just work and see how I can just start from here and do better. So
Right.
what I was doing in there, like what I was doing in that job, washing
Hmm.
dishes, dude, washing dishes, straight dishes. In like they have like I don't know how many restaurants, like 6, 5, I don't know, but yeah, all the dishes came to like in a basement, and I was washing dishes for 10 hours straight for I don't know, like 170 per day.
And are you still doing your side projects while you're doing the dishes there, or no?
Oh no no no! That it was when I just get here. You know, I
Oh,
was
when
a
you got to.
dishwasher, but I
Okay.
was like telling to everyone
Hmm.
that it was 2020. I was telling to everyone like, hey, yeah, I'm doing this, but hey, I'm a photographer. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, you're a photographer. Yeah, whatever, dude, whatever. But I never lose the chance to whoever wants to talk me and know who the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I'm working in here
Hmm.
washing dishes, but yeah, I'm a photographer. So if you wanna like do a shoot or something, so I didn't got shit until the manager of that resort find me out crying in the basement because I don't know, dude. When you are in hosteling, you have days when you are up and you are other days when you feel trash. So that day, I was
Trash.
washing trash bins and I feel like I was trash, dude. I was like, dude, I came to United States to do this shit, dude. Like, this is the best that I can do. But yeah, it's the best that I can do on that time. No, no fucking English. What do you use? Sir? Like right now, telling to that old guy, like on that Andres on that time, like what did you expect, dude? On that time, I could not hold a single conversation. A part of hi, hello, you're welcome, please, good morning.
Right.
That's it. But then hold us half a conversation, oh, bro. So I have to yeah explain to him like what was happening, like dude, I just feel kind of bad to see myself at this age of my life washing trash bins. I mean, it's nothing bad with the job, it's just I did have a profession in my country, and now here looking myself doing this shit is kind of like hard.
Right. Because you're at the top in Ecuador, right? With everything, penthouse, everything, come to US.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's hard.
just
Yeah.
yeah. So nothing bad with the work. I was making money, bro. I had like money in my savings, but I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
Right.
Like, so he helped me. He took me out from that shed and he put me he trained me in one of his signature restaurants. It was an Italian restaurant to train me as a server. So I started as a food runner, no, bosser, food runner, and then I ended as a server. What is the problem? COVID, man. COVID was super slow, no many tips, not much money. So I was like, I need to make that money. So I know my parents doesn't want me to look around because my situation, but I wanna try. I came here to try. So let me try. And looking for jobs, I ended working in a forking warehouse getting like $25 per hour. I was making decent money for PA where the rent is just like 800. Taxes are super low, no taxes on food. Like, I don't know, dude. PA is super cheap.
I
The
gotta check it
gas,
out. So you make it
280.
sound. You make it
I don't
sound
know. I
nice,
don't know
dude.
where you live. In Reno,
Uh,
I pay for my gas tank like 3.90, $4. Depends in the day, dude.
yeah. I'm in
But
California, just letting you know.
oh, okay, okay,
Okay,
okay,
okay.
okay. Nah, here super cheap, dude. Rent, food, whatever. Go out, have a family. Good place to multiplicate yourself.
So, mhm,
So yeah, I started to working in that warehouse, and that's how I got involved in a relationship, in a serious relationship, and I was just working straight in that warehouse. Nothing important in my life apart of doing like side jobs of music videos, just music videos. And then I started to have more works on these like music videos and shit. I started
mhm,
to have portraits. I started to work with restaurants. I started to have these opportunities because when I worked in this warehouse, the manager of the resort and the chef of that restaurant, they
mhm,
put together a restaurant in that town. So they hire me, they pay me good money, dude, to make a website, to make the photo shoot, like the food styling, all the stuff for the menu, create the menu, like was like big job. I took everything. I was like, all right, just pay me this and I'll take care of everything what you want. I invested all the money to get a new camera because I came from Ecuador just with a Lumix GH5. Currently, I do have a couple cameras. I have like a Canon. I have a Canon R5. I have a Canon C800. I have a GoPro 13. I have a drone. I have film cameras. That's another thing that I started
mhm.
in 2023. So yeah, I was working in that warehouse. I got like in a hard decision because I stopped to work in any of these places, and I was like, right now I'm just fully on my thing, doing weddings in Manhattan, New York, for a film company. The name is Vengo Films.
Mhm.
I was making good money, bro. $1,200 per day. I was working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was making a hell of money, dude. Hell of money.
Yeah.
But my fiance, because I got compromised,
Engaged.
engaged, right?
Yeah.
Engaged. I got
Yeah.
engaged, so my fiance got promoted in her warehouse that I used to work to move from PA to Reno, Nevada. On that time, when she told me that shit, I was like, Reno, Nevada. Why? Like, what is there? Where is there? What they have? How it looks? How is the weather? How long gonna take us to drive there? So when I realized I was living in the east side, literally, because I'm here in PA where I used all this story. It was
Uh,
here where I'm
okay.
talking right now. This is my
Okay.
parents' house.
Oh wow.
This is the attic of the house, and here is when Peyton doesn't have a fight and doesn't have like anything to have me busy there.
Uh-huh.
I just come here to start to work in music videos, weddings, and all that stuff that I just like started
Nice.
to tell you.
Okay.
But
Yes, yes.
yeah, on that time she got promoted, bro. Moved to Reno, and I was like, no, dude, I'm not living here. I'm making good money, and I do love you. But if you want me to move there, I feel like it's super selfish from me to tell you, no, I'm not going there. Just keep here, be here, because I'ma just push you to go backwards. You are going there to get promoted, to
Right.
grow.
Mm-hmm.
If I keep you here, I keep you as you are. So it was tough, man. I think it multiple times, and I was like, all right, she's my fiance. We're gonna get married one day, and all that I have to do is just go to Reno with a positive mindset
Mindset.
and find all that I found here in PA and New York. Let's try. I had like $8,000 just on savings for that shit. I was like already out of a project. I was working in a couple music videos that I spended like a lot of my capital money, but I was like, all right, let's get it. Let's go to Reno, Nevada.
Wow.
We drive it for 3 days. We got Reno. I don't want to make this history super short because this is like kind of super hard in my life, but
Okay. That's fine.
Our marriage, we got to Reno. We got married. I started to work in Walmart. That's how I meet Payton. I mean, that's when I meet Payton. I was It was November of 2023. November of 2023. Yes, November of 2023. Oh shit! I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it's him
All
right
right,
there.
just hold on a
Yeah,
little.
no problem.
All right, now we're back. Sorry,
Everything
man.
good?
Yeah,
Everything
no,
good?
everything is good. It's just like to be honest, Peyton got a new car, so I had a Ford Mustang.
Hmm.
Um, and when Peyton got his new car, he gave me his old car, so I can afford to insurance.
Yes.
So in this time before I came to PA New York and this trip right now that I'm having like for a little bit of like a month,
Hmm.
I was expecting to sell my car, but I couldn't. And Peyton finished the job, so he has like a little paperwork to do. So he was just asking me a couple
Wow,
information of it, but that's it.
that's crazy. You called right when you were talking about when you first met him, 2023 November. Is that what you said?
2023, I didn't met him.
Oh,
2023, I watched him fighting
oh wow.
Nick Aguirre. I was coming back from Pennsylvania from my last music video because I was like, all right, I got all my paperwork, all my stuff with the government and all that stuff that I have to go through.
Hmm.
I was like, all right, so no more trips. I gotta work here in Reno, so I gotta just work in Walmart on that shit. So that
Hmm.
fight night, it was the Rose Namajunas versus I don't know the other girl. I was watching that event because I like Rose Namajunas.
Hmm.
I didn't see any interesting name apart of her. So I was just, dude, I am a fucking sick of the UFC since I have 15 years. My first fight was the first fight that I watched was Anderson Silva versus Victor Belfort. That KO with the fucking leg kick to the chin. That it was my first fight to watch.
No
I
way.
was in Ocala, Florida. The husband of one of my aunts is a wrestling coach, so he was watching the fight in the coach, and I couldn't believe like these dudes are punching the face, they are blooding. I was a big fan of the WWE, but when I realized like, oh, this is just fucking fake, my love for UFC, like all that shit was like, damn,
When
I really love
same.
it. I was a super fan of soccer, but I give a fuck in all the sports, dude. I was just like, okay, this is my life.
Right.
Was
Same.
watching, dude. So yeah, that's what happened in 2023. Peyton
Hmm.
was fighting Nick Aguirre. I was just laying in my couch watching his fight, choke him out, put the tongue out, and I was like, dude, honestly, when I heard the host saying from Reno, Nevada, Payton Talbott, dude, I was like, it's a UFC fighter living in this fucking city where he lives, where he trains,
Yeah.
where he goes to eat, where he goes to hang out, like where his
Yeah.
gym, like
Uh,
so he told him and I went to his Instagram. I just text him like, bro, congratulations for your performance. I don't know what you have, but I do believe you have something special in this, like on this stuff.
hmm.
Let me know if you are down to work anything on film because I just recently moved to Reno and if that happens, dude, I will love it.
Was that through
He didn't say
DM?
what?
Was that through Instagram?
Yeah, through
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay. Okay.
On that time, Peyton just had 7,000 followers, and yeah, he just beat Nick Aguirre. I texted him. He didn't say shit for 3 weeks, I believe.
Hmm.
But after 3 weeks, I was working in Walmart when he texted me back in Instagram saying something like, "All right, but what do you want to do?" So I was like, bro, I just want to film you, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
just let's go to a weird spot that driving to Walmart, it was like a mountain, little mountains, nowhere, just rocks. And that it was my first time meeting and filming Peyton. We went to those rocks,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, all right, just I'm gonna shoot him slow mo. So I told him like, do some shadow boxing. I didn't have any experience working with any fighter apart of Cheeto.
Uh,
Also, like that dude is not like easy to work with. So
Peyton.
Peyton is he cooperate, like
Oh, okay,
he
okay.
listen
Mm-hmm.
and he does what you want to do. With Chito is wherever he wants to do, dude. And if you are able to catch something nice, good for you. So well, yeah, he did a couple shadow boxing, he did a couple looks, all in slow motion. And then I just started to show him the videos, the pictures that I took. Cause I took videos and pictures. I was like, all right, this is my chance. I'm gonna take some clips, some pictures. I was like, dude, this is actually like nice. Like I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Do you mind if I use your footage
No,
for
you
a
could use.
YouTube
Yeah,
channel that I
yeah,
have? Yeah, I
yeah.
was
For sure, for sure. I could
take
send it
it,
to you.
bro.
Yeah.
Take it all. If you want more, just let me know. Take
Okay.
it all. So he was like, all right, thank you. And so yeah, he went to I went to my house, and then he was like, hey dude, the footage is nice. I would like to create like a group because I already told you like I want to run a YouTube channel, and I already have a person that I would like to have editing, and I like your job shooting, so I would like to have all this together, have a conversation, and let's get this thing roll. So that's how I meet William Allen Harris, which is the director and editor of the YouTube channel. Um,
I'm a big fan. Both of you guys. It's a lot of work you guys put in there for those videos, man.
it is a lot of work, man. It is a lot of work. So yeah, I had my first conversation with William. William like, all right, so I love your footage. So this is my plan. This is he sent me like a file. That's how I got added to the like the group in like in we have like a workflow program where we are all together with his agency, so like our communication is like very strong,
Nice.
like super basic, very important in any relationship. All you guys out there, communication is very important.
Yes. Yes.
But
No, it's true.
dude, yeah, like oh, we are connected. We started to talk, his manager like, oh okay, we want to do this, and I started to realize like the world of like the background of Peyton, his music, his movies, what he does. That's my childhood, dude. My childhood is looks exactly the same of the childhood of Peyton. Like that's me. I'm not the kind of guy who was like going out to do like fucked up shit with alcohol, drugs, or I don't know what the fuck. We were just like going out to play skate, going bike, trails, go to the beach, surfing, traveling, having adventures, experience in life, like, and also like growing in our friendship. So the movies, Harry Potter, Star Wars, like all the movies, what you already know,
Hmm.
the music, all that stuff, like it was all right. I already like it, all this shit. So like cool that I'm working with also a dude there like naturally all his background is kind of like my background, so cool like just everything just feels natural because sometimes I feel like on this stuff with fighters it's not really about your skills. You can be a great videographer, dude, you can be an amazing photographer, but if your personality doesn't click with your client,
It won't work.
they won't work. They don't want to work. They want to work with someone talented and also what they like and enjoy to work. So a part of Payton, like my music videos, weddings, the background of my client is always, dude, I had an amazing time. Like I just had fun. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like all the stress of we are filming, the camera over me or something like that. Just I'm feeling like I'm having fun. So that's what I care of when I'm working. Like I care the work, but enjoy the work. Like all we are having fun and being happy with what we are doing and what we are creating. So yeah, episode one. I didn't shoot too much. If you watch episode one, it starts with Payton going to the arcade, all that stuff. I didn't record it at that time. Episode one is literally those clips there. He's skating in downtown at the nighttime. He coming his roommate Brian, the motorcycles, couple shots in the city at the night, some shots with him, not too much. But then episode two is when okay, they already like have this plan, just they didn't count with me. I got in the middle of the process. In the middle of episode one is when I I'm here, but I got in the perfect time, bro, because in the middle of the development of the creating this channel, I was right there, dude. So episode one, episode two is underrated. One of my
So I was
favorites.
about to ask you if you had a favorite episode,
Oh,
because a lot of them are there's so much going on. Like I'm trying to remember scenes, but everything's like so fast paced edits. It's like I'm trying to remember the. I think Tolmit is coming out of. I'm thinking of like some of the scenes where he's just like trespassing. I know he likes doing that. He likes going to these like refineries and stuff. It's like this guy's insane. Do you have a favorite
yeah.
episode?
My favorite episode is definitely Cruer. Cruer is
Yeah, that
episode
was sick, dude.
five. It's very special for me because all the shoots like follow the like the criteria of William. You know, like living. William lives in New York City, so William sent me like history boards, reference, YouTube videos, pictures, AI images who can help me with reference, and I just follow wherever he wants to create and try to just bring to the life. But yeah, Kruger has a lot of that. It's also like this. I was since Cameron Simon, I was pushing Payton for trash talk.
Major key to success for me is just pouring the volume on him and drowning him with my strikes and shutting down his fast whippy kicks. As you can see, it gets through his guard. So that's going to be a big key for success for Yanis Game Mori. And if you're
Si vous
watching
écoutez,
this, if you
la
wanna
façon
beat
pour
me,
vous de me battre est de m'enlever les
I love trash talk, dude. Like I really love it. So when he came out with this idea to do this trash talk for Giannis Gamuri, I was like, dude, love it.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
fucking do it.
Uh-huh.
But you know, trash talk is tricky. Goes good as long you win. You lose, trash talk go all the way to you. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. Everything worked pretty good. I like, yeah, that's my favorite. Then Tumult. Tumult is the next one because he won. And the last episode, dude. The last episode is also one of my favorites because
That one's so good.
last episode, yeah, has the little part of the unreleased song of Frank Ocean.
I've been stripped of a lot as much as I've been gifted. We got history now, all of a sudden I'm a mystery.
But personally, for me, was my first time in Media Day, UFC fighters, the Canvas, Joe Rogan, Dana White, Megan Ogilvy, John Anik, DC Cormier, Aljo, Merab, Giri Prochaska. Sitting with Charles Oliveira next to Club Swanson. Then here is Khalil Roundtree. Dude, like all that shit is what I have in my head.
Right.
Like,
yeah. No, I couldn't even imagine. Like,
dude,
especially like, as your dream, like that's what you wanted to do, right? So all clicking at once, it's got to feel insane.
Yeah, dude, like is all right. I'm gonna share you this because this is important in the timeline.
Okay.
My first UFC event was the 311 with Payton against Giannis Gamuri, but I couldn't go because I got hired from an agency in Ecuador. It was a big project. By the time of Payton was fighting, also was running the Copa America. It's a soccer cup, was running. So I
Yeah.
had to go to San Diego, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and ended in Houston when Ecuador got dequalified. But yeah, I was that's why I miss it. I miss
Hmm.
it. I miss it that chance. But anyway, that's my favorite episode, the trash talk and all that stuff. But eventually I had my chance to have my first UFC event, and I couldn't ask for a better one, man. Like LA was amazing. I know Peyton lost, but even with the lost, man, like all is really good. All is really really good.
That's an amazing episode. I mean, he went to Japan as well. I really like the edit that William. I think William made it when he introduced the founder of Tenori. Like
Oh yeah.
that edit is sick, dude. Like and plus, like the Rotolo brothers are out there. Did you get a chance to meet them? I'm a huge jujitsu guy. I mean, most of my channel is based around like jujitsu. Did you have a an experience with them, or were you able to introduce yourself?
Dude, is that's the thing, no? Like it's kind of hard to get an approach with people when you are a fan. I was already a fan when I meet Kaidan Tile. Dude, I was already a fan of the Rutolo brothers. I was watching like all this time, dude. Like I'm really a fan of combat sports. I watch boxing. Like I watch the other companies, Theory, boxing. I really really love all this shit, and
Hmm.
that's how I already knew the Rutolo brothers. I already knew like, oh shit, I'm gonna meet them. Like, so yeah, I was super nervous, but then the dudes are super nice. They are very kind persons. Super talented men. Like they have that jujitsu, bro. Like it's just flow, man. They flow with jujitsu, man. They feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like the Rotolo brothers, they train in this gym of Tinor. The
Tenor.
Tinor is not just a clothing brand. It's more than that. They are sponsor other fighters. So that gym of Tinor HQ, dude, they have the best fighters where you can imagine. Like inside of that gym is Giga Chikatse, is the Rotolo brothers, Peyton, is Philly, Andre Philly, Uriah Favors goes there. Is an actual welterweight champion from LFAA. Missing his name, dude, but bro, like the amount of athletes who are training there, dude, like is super high, man. Like they have fucking ninjas there.
Yeah, no, legit ninjas. It's got to feel cool to be able to kind of capture that training like in person. I'm sure it feels a lot different. I still haven't been to my first MMA event, man. If you were to able to describe the energy of what it's like to see that in person, what is it like?
Bro, the Intuit Dome, that UFC event in the Intuit Dome is the first time where the UFC was organizing an event there. Love it because it's a mini sphere. They have these panels around the canvas where you can see the image of the fighters, you can see the fight. Like, if you are, even for the people who are not close to the canvas, like the screens, everything, like the UFC really cares about the experience inside of the this thing has a name,
You could
dude.
say in
Like,
Spanish. I'm sure I could translate it if you can.
um, it's because it has a name, dude.
Mm.
Has a name, this thing. But Yeah, the Coliseum, dude, like is like the experience is really nice, man. Like the people, for me, heard for first time. I mean, I heard it too many times in on TV, Joe Rogan, starting the ceremony of the weightings, presenting Dana White, presenting the fighters, like everything. Do this, that shit is, yeah, man. I was crying. I was crying. I was tears in my eyes because 5 years back in Ecuador, all this shit, it was just like a dream, man. Impossible, crazy dream.
Hmm.
So yeah, man, like wherever you have the chance to go to a UFC event, go for it. Any event, doesn't matter the name, just go for it.
Just go.
As long as it's not the Apex.
No Apex card. You've been to the Apex. No, we
No
have an
Apex,
Apex card
man.
this week.
No Apex, man. It's
I,
so cold. It's
it's cold
like
in the Apex.
feels cold because it's not many people.
Right. The energy is
You
just not
don't
there.
have your walkout. You don't have your same entrance. The octagon is shorter, dude.
Yeah, it's
This
smaller.
is smaller. This is smaller. So
Okay, no
I,
Apex,
I
bro. We'll
love the
definitely.
show, man. I
Yeah,
love
me
the
too.
show. Love the people. That's what make the sport what is.
Right where it's at. I had a question when it comes to editing. Do you have like a preferred editing software when it comes to recording videos?
I do edit in Premiere Pro.
Hmm.
I can also edit in Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve, but um, my preference will be Premiere, and that's it.
Nice, 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 nice. I was just,
Whoever
yeah.
whoever use CapCut, you are not an editor.
I'm not. I
You
use it. I use it. I'm not an editor, but I just record my videos and I use CapCut just because it's. I try using Premiere. Like, if you have any tips, please help me out because
no no
it
no
did
no
seem
no.
kind of daunting. You know what I mean?
It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
I understand. No, I
It's a
understand.
actually CapCut is a good tool to start to edit, man. Start to have your first experience with rhythm. Rhythm in edition is very important, man. If you have your that here like a musician, you already going to have good skills in edition. Like that's a true brand. I have friends who like are guitar players and they are also editors. Man, their rhythm is just
It's on
gold.
point. Mm.
Yeah, it's gold. But yeah, man, doesn't matter the software. As long you feel comfortable editing, that's it. Payton editing CapCut. That's why I'm talking trash right now.
Yeah, I did
he,
hear
he
that he does
edits
edit
in
on his phone, right?
he edits in CapCut in his phone. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why it doesn't matter.
yeah. Before we started this podcast, actually, I was a little stressed out with kind of like I accidentally bought the annual plan, and I was like, how do editors deal with stress all the time? Because I'm sure stuff like stops, like uploading, losing footage, things don't turn out the way you really want it to. Like, how does an editor kind of like figure that those feelings out? Do you have any tips for anybody out there who deals with that?
Oh man, um, I feel like when you are an editor, especially on video, because the difference between a editor on photography, I do enjoy editing my photo shoots because I can listen music, I can watch a video on the side and edit in the same. But I can do shit any other apart when I'm editing. So it's just focus. I'ma be honest, I do smoke weed. So are a lot of people who doesn't deal good with weed and editing because they get distracted or they get high and they don't do shit. To me, it's just I'm in focus mode. I'ma hit the bong and I'ma get through this shit. And that's it, man. If I'm fucking pissed off of this, I'ma pause this edition. I'ma go to League of Legends. I'ma play a couple matches with my friends. I'ma refresh my head and get back to the software, continue my stuff, and that's it. But the anxiety, the stress, the this crash of
Hmm.
creative. Yeah, it's normal, man. You just gotta breathe, do other thing. Just if you're you start to feel like your edits are not going how you want, pause and do other shit. Same in pictures. If you feel like the colors in in your pictures aren't doesn't convince you or are not like get off of the computer, go play soccer, I don't know, see the
Yeah, do
birds
something else.
outside, watch real light, and then get back to the screen, and you will realize if your colors are nice. You will refresh your mind to replay your edit and okay, I want to do this shit now. Okay, oh okay, I got it. Probably I'm gonna try this shit.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I do edit. I don't edit for personally for Payton or for his YouTube channel because
Hmm.
I'm not a cheap person, dude. So if he wants me to edit in his channel, he'd have to also pay me for edit. So William edit, Payton edit. They have in control that. So I do my edits. I have close to the in the fight week I uploaded a edit that I did for him
Hmm.
because my style or the style of videos that I like of MMA or UFC videos, I love the videos of with what I'm going to say. I love the style, the videos who are out there in YouTube and Peyton's videos, William edition. I love all of that. But all we have our styles. I feel like I am the more sober, clear, and most likely sharp side of the image. I like things clear. I like things sharp. I like things good in good composition, good in color, good lighting. That's how I like. And probably my style of edition for a UFC fighter is probably glaze him a little bit, you know. So Peyton doesn't like glaze on him, you know. So
Okay.
he was like, I love your edition. It's just you are glazing on me when my edition start with Payton Talbott just out striking Cortez Jr. with 170
Oh
strikes and
yeah, I
blah
see
blah
that.
blah.
I've
And then
seen
you
that.
start to hear like all these comments from the commenter. I love that shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
sick. I like it.
probably I'm more with the influence of the UFC videos, how they build up histories, and
Yeah.
that's how I honestly like it. So if you see my edition or like
Uh-huh.
my edition, my
Edits, yeah.
edits
Hmm.
will be more like history telling using press conference, using what the journalists are saying, other YouTubers and commentating, even if they are small, big, I don't care. That opinion, that shit, what you say it, I need it for my video. Same as like in that edit, I added a little clip that I found of this YouTuber, MMA Guru.
Yeah, I've
So
heard that. Remember, Guru?
I found out I didn't knew it.
Mm.
MMA Guru was a super fan of DDP, Dricus Duplessis and Cameron Simon.
Yeah.
On that time, he make a big streaming on live, streaming the fight of Payton and Simon. So when I watched a edit video of somebody who trolled MMA Guru on that fight because Payton beat his guy,
Yeah.
like
Simon.
outclassed him, like he fucking beat the shit of Cameron. And it's so funny how MMA Guru, it was just like, no, 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 he can recover. Like even when the referee called the fight, like okay, it's done. He was like, no, 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 that was like a short call. Like no, 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 he could come back from that shit. So MMA Guru is MMA Guru. Like whoever are inside of this for too many years, you will realize like the fandom of UFC has a lot of trolls, man. Like they are to get to the top where everyone loves you,
Hmm.
it's hard to get it, because all this part down, it's a lot of people just putting shit on you, talking shit. Like, doesn't matter if they are talking straight fake, no proofs, no even like something to link on. They just say what they want to say, and we have to just be
Keep it going.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man. What else?
That was the sorry, I got a little distracted when you're talking about that fight with Simon. I felt like that was really where Payne kind of like he kind of started getting his name across. It seemed like TikTok was like a huge place where people were able to kind of notice Payton, and then from there it's like people starting to see the YouTube channel. I just feel like does the noise, or not the noise, I don't know if I would say noise, but like the fans, does it have an effect on the gym where he trains at? I know he trains at the Reno Academy of Combat. Does that even the TikTok stuff, does that get to the gym just because it's a smaller gym for him? Does that like affect the gym culture over there? I was just curious.
Reno is a small city, so definitely the influence of Peyton is really all around Reno.
Right.
So the gym is packed full, because yeah, for his gym, they have a UFC fighter, they have a couple professional fighters in other local tournaments like A1 Combat, which is the fight company of Uriah Faber.
Yeah.
And it's also King of the Cage. It's a local tournament in Reno. I just never expected like the fight environment or the fight culture is really big in the west side. I could say probably bigger than the east side, because I feel like in the east side, yeah, are people fighting, are people training, but I feel like are a lot of rookies. And in New York are a lot of people just with gloves in the hands and just trying to train boxing in the tennis court. But in the west side, I see like more as a professional and as this is a job and this is how you want to like make your life. Okay, so this is how you have to make it. I feel like, yeah, no, the gym is a lot of people who go there for Peyton. Yeah, it happens, especially after, I feel like after the Cameron Simon fight,
Hmm.
a lot of things changed for him. Is when more consequences after the fight has. Well, the win over Janis Gamuri has a bro. Every fight is like a wave. Comes a new wave of people, a new wave
Mm,
of even like influencers or whatever. Because
right.
after Simon is when we started to have approaches with Joe Rogan, Shannon Miley, Tim Welch, Israel Adesanya, a couple actors, like, like people like
People start to notice, right?
people. That's the other thing. Like, you never can imagine, because a lot of people ask about this stuff between like, oh, how Peyton and Frank Ocean did ended meeting. Bro, Frank Ocean likes the UFC. Same as Donald Trump likes to watch the UFC. I didn't knew Donald Trump was a real super big acknowledged fan of the UFC, man. Like, he knows a lot with dates, not with just like blah blah blah.
Uh,
He knows a lot, man. So yeah, man, it's a lot of actors, singers, rappers, chefs, Gordon Ramsay. Bro, it's a hell of people who love the UFC.
yeah.
So yeah, for
So
people who are there asking like how Peyton and Frank Ocean didn't meet him, it's because Frank Ocean was a super fan of the UFC. Saw him Peyton, saw him like we were in New York filming something, so they link up. That's it. But that was after Cameron.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things happened after Gamuris. And even with the Lost, with
Marcellus.
Rayón y Barcelos, a
Hmm.
lot of things are happening, bro. Like,
Oh yeah. I feel like just like I don't know. I feel like Payne's just so unique in the way he does things. Like he just like he plays Smash Bros. He's DJing. He's going on walks. Like really don't see a lot of that from a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters are like, I'm a fighter. All I do is train. I just eat, sleep, and train. And it's a breath of fresh air to see Payton and being able to capture it and actually like being able to record and take pictures of it. I feel like is like it's interesting to see just because he's unique in his own way. And I'm sure like there's so many outside critics and stuff, so it's cool that he has like his best friends there with him since the beginning. That it's just cool to see that these people they don't like once they start getting some hype behind their name, they don't like change. It's cool to see. And that's why really I wanted to talk to your story, just because I haven't really seen so much online about you and how you came up, and it's like super inspiring to see where you came from Ecuador, coming to the U.S., washing dishes, all the way to being next to Yuri Prohaska and Cub Swanson. Just it's insane, and I can't wait to kind of like see more of your story coming out there and the videos to come. I don't know how much time you have left, but I did want to ask just a few more questions if you don't mind.
bro, I'm all my time is yours.
Okay, okay.
This going to end when you want to end.
Okay, okay. So, a question that comes to mind is Ecuadorian food. I feel like I don't know too much about kind of like the main dishes out there in Ecuador. If you had to name three dishes that you would eat no matter what three dishes are you naming?
If you go to Ecuador, you gotta bring a shot to this soup. The name is encebollado. It's a fish soup. I mean, if you are not like seafood person, okay, probably encebollado is not your choice. Bring an opportunity to a bolon. Bolon is a plantain smash up to create a bowl.
Uh-huh.
Create a bowl. But this bowl has all around inside pieces of cheese and pieces of belly pork. So it's salty, cheesy. If you like pork, the fat, like very tasty, very
Nice.
good. Going to be in your belly full day. Like if you don't have any plans to get other meal soon, don't worry. You're going to be satisfied for 8 hours probably. That's like a fucking punch to the stomach.
I know in his like Mexican culture, the soups are usually made on the hottest days. Is that kind of the same thing where your mom just decides to make a soup when it's 1,000 degrees outside?
Bro, so I'm from Ecuador, but my home city is Guayaquil. Guayaquil is kind of like Phoenix, Arizona, man. All day blasting the sun, all day summer, all year. All year, all what you have is just sun or rain. That's it. So yeah, every day if you eat soup, going to be like sweaty. Probably your sweat gonna be like over your soup and just like whoop, coming back. Whoop, whoop. But yeah, encebollado, bolón,
Is there a dessert? Like, do you guys like to eat?
dessert. I believe with Mexico we share probably same dessert like rice pudding. Rice
Yeah,
pudding
arroz
is
con
one
leche.
of the traditional desserts in Guayaquil. Rice pudding,
I haven't had that in
flan.
a long time. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was just curious, just because I know you're from Ecuador, and I think it'd be cool to kind of share some of your like culture and stuff like that too. Do you bring some of that style, or try to, with your images as well, or try to just like show some representation of your culture when it comes to styles or anything like that?
No.
No.
I mean, I'm proud of my country. But yeah, I'm not. It's just a really coincidence you catch me
Oh,
with my
okay. Okay.
Ecuadorian T-shirt.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it's just that um, I from the Ecuadorians, you guys gotta have to put an eye on Michael Morales, man. Michael
Michael Morales.
Morales will be probably the best face of an Ecuadorian fighter, because I used to be a big fan of Chito, but I have my beef with him,
I didn't know that.
because I don't know. I'm gonna tell you this, right?
Okay.
Imagine you come from Ecuador, you already worked with him, and you come to US and you just started to tell him like, hey man, I'm here. If you have a chance to put me on in some work, I'm working with you, bro. You already know me, like let's link up or whatever. And he tells you he doesn't tell you no. He tells you on that time it was COVID, so he couldn't because pandemic, super short team, like short crew, all that stuff. But after the years, when I was living in Reno and I was already working for Payton,
Mhm.
Chito had a matchup with Pedro Munoz, and he texted me to go to Costa Mesa where he trains and shoot for him a couple content for OnlyFans and content for his brands and all that shit. So
Yeah.
I was like, bro, of course, let's do it.
Hmm.
Now I can't go there for free. So all what I did is send him, all right, man. So if we're gonna make this, I would like you to start to get the flight tickets or the reserve the hotel. I have here a super flight ticket from Spirit. I literally put the cheapest flight to Costa Mesa. From Reno to Costa Mesa is not anything else than $52, dude. The round trip, $52 back and forward, super cheap.
Yeah.
Then I found out a motel, super cheap, close to his house, super cheap, man. I just push him like, bro, I just need this stuff. I don't know how you want to do it. He
Right.
was like, all right, I'm gonna text you later. Later, hey, bro, blah blah blah. No answer, no answer, no answer. Then I was like, all right, so I feel like I'm a fucking prostitute here and just pursuing you. So all right, fuck it. I didn't say shit,
Uh,
but I didn't put any bad feelings. I was like, whatever. The dude is up there. I'm nothing. It's okay. So um, one day when I started to introduce film, because I have my film cameras, and I was like, oh shit, and I knew like Chito likes that shit.
mhm.
I was like, hey Chito, look, I got this shit. I got this shit. Let's link up to finally work together and let me put this stuff out. He told me, no, bro, I already have my team. Sorry, we are complete. So I was like, damn, man, all right. I feel like there are better ways to answer, especially if we are already communicate and we are already like talking.
Right.
I feel like there are better ways to say no.
Yes.
I understand, but this is the part of the history that I want to share. No, because every single person in this world has that experience where a door closed. That door is not open for you, just close in your face. You want to try to open it. You want to try it because you think it's good for you. Like, no, but this is for me.
Yeah.
Bro, if that door doesn't open, believe me, are other doors who are just waiting for you to open it. And that's what happened with Payton. It was a UFC fighter waiting for me just to knock that fucking door. And I was super, very welcome, man. Like, Payton is a really good guy, like, personally. If I'm living with him, I didn't tell you because I told you I was married, but we
Yes.
never talked about the part of the divorce and all that shit. So Peyton was there for me, bro. I moved to Reno. As I started in my conversation, I moved to Reno
Mm.
knowing no one, bro. No family, no friends, no clients, nobody. I had nobody, like, nobody for me.
Right.
And
Mm.
Peyton apart to give me job, he helped me to live to live in Reno, to believe on me and helping me eventually to just do my shit, dude. And here we are.
It's beautiful, dude.
I am in the process to get divorced. I'm working with a UFC fighter and expecting to work with more of them.
Hmm.
Make more short movies, make more movies.
With all the cameras that you said that you had, do you have any recommendations for just like even like a cheap camera for someone to start off with being like a creative? I only have like a DJI Osmo. I mean, as you see those all the time. I use that for my vlogs to record and for training and stuff. But like even like disposable cameras or older cameras, does anyone pop out to you where like you gotta have something like this?
Really depends in what you are doing. If you are a blogger and you want to just document what you are doing,
Hmm.
and you know, like you are the kind of person who you have that random thoughts, and walking in a trail, you find yourself comfortable to speaking something full for 30 minutes. Get you a GoPro, get you a Osmo. You're gonna be in good quality, 4K. Like it's all good. Even if you have an iPhone on these days, dude, it's not really the camera. When you are thinking in
Mm.
those cameras where you are like changing lens and all that stuff, consider yourself you are getting and investing on those cameras because you are already in something. You know, you are
Mm.
already in. I'm having these people who are interested to work with me. Probably a good start camera will be Canon doesn't pay me shit, but here we go. I'll be recommending the Canon M50, the R50. It's a camera
Okay.
of $600, $700. You can change the lenses. You have good options, good quality 4K. You can connect to the computer if you are doing streamings, if you want to do that stuff as well.
Hmm.
Good autofocus camera if you want to just like record yourself. That's a good camera starting in $800. But then when you are thinking and get expensive cameras, spend more money on those cameras, I believe it's a good decision as long you are feeling like, I'm feeling kind of short on this camera. I would like to have some shots in slow motion and this camera doesn't have it.
Yep.
When you start to have those issues where you want to do shit and your camera doesn't have those options, get a new one. Upgrade. It's time to upgrade. And we'll be there until you get your camera of $1,500. $1,500 and up. I will recommend you to invest if you are getting money back from that shit. You are making money with your camera of $1,500.
Hmm.
Consider yourself it's time to upgrade and bring something better to your clients, and then just grow, 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 grow,
Steady,
grow.
steady. And when looking for your shots, do you have like a specific feeling of like, oh, that's the one, or is it just like you're shooting a bunch, going through like the all the footage? Is there any moments like that where you're like,
Well, depends on what I'm working, but talking
uh,
about Payton,
yeah,
um, with Peyton, it's more like a documentary. It's not a day that I'm like, hey, Peyton, today I'm be here with my camera filming, do something crazy. I found the best way to catch always whatever is when it's natural and doesn't look forced or it's not prepared, even
yeah,
with pictures. I
like
don't
in
like
Mexico, were you there?
what?
In Mexico, did were you on that trip with Peyton when he went to go train with all the
Oh,
when he?
okay. In Mexico, I was in New York.
Oh, okay, okay,
So it was like, I'm in New York. William lives in New York.
mm-hmm.
So Peyton just asked me like, how do you feel if I take William and you stay here? Cause like flight tickets, food, whatever we have there is money, bro.
Right.
how do you feel if I just take William and we solve the problem, we solve the video with how we can.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, if it's money wise and you can just bring me because you don't have, like, you can afford it right now, I fucking completely understand, man. It will be a day where money will never a situation. So like, don't worry, man. Just let's adapt how we can. And I just asked it to him. So, but do you gonna take me to the fight week, right? And he was like, yeah, bro, like definitely I'm gonna take you. All right, so yeah, we fine.
Chilling.
Take William to Mexico. I take LA. I don't care.
And you were there in New York when they shot Corpus, or
Yeah.
how did that happen? Like the whole filming process. I know Payton was in a suit for like days straight, and he ended up like injuring his like knuckle and stuff. Like, how was the filming process for that short film? I checked it out. Actually, commented earlier today when you had your post with the little chicken. I thought it was cool. It was different. I didn't know what to expect from it, but I thought it was really cool. It's just seeing Payton like in straight hair, which is odd to see, but it was a experience to say the least.
Man, that everything started because Corpus is our second short film. The
Oh, it's the
very
second one.
first is Pulmonate.
I've not checked that out.
Pulmonate is the very first short film. And if you didn't watch it, bro, that short film is like a acid trip.
Is that on
Somehow.
YouTube?
It's in
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, I'll check it
Yeah,
out.
it's in YouTube. It's between episode 4, 5. Between there, you're gonna find Pulmonate. Same
Okay.
as Corpus, you're gonna find the short film inside of the episode, and you will find just by themselves the short film Pulmonate is just Pulmonate.
Got it.
That's it. But yeah, we did that first short film, and that was like, okay, we could make a short film. That means we can create another one, right? And we knew, I mean, I knew in what I can be better with William, what we can be better
Mm-hmm.
with Payton, what we can be better. So when comes Corpus, it was another. You will realize what I'm saying. Like Corpus looks way sophisticated than Pulmonate. Pulmonate feels very like a short film. They just try to create like a snitch film. That's it. Weird, but Corpus was like script. We invested time. William invested a lot of time in that shit. We invested a lot of time in that shit. And yeah, when the script came out, Peyton was like, "All right, so we gotta film this between Reno and New York. So our stuff in the office who happened in Reno, the stuff of the house, all that we filming in Reno, and then we went to New York for just 3 days, man. The first two, we got done all Corpus. We went to Chinatown. That's where we create a lot of parts of history. That's how we meet all together for first time in person. Me, William, Peyton. Peyton and William didn't meet in person each other, never.
That's crazy.
All we together as a fucking team.
Team Avengers, right?
Yeah, that fucking day. Other important thing is that trip in August 1st was the first time of Payton Talbott in New York City, man. That bro never been in New York. That was his first time in the city. He liked it a lot. Bro, New York is beautiful. It's very interesting. A lot to do. A lot of energy.
I never been.
And third day, third day is when he meet Frank. Third day, I should meet Frank and I should have the clip of both of them, but I decided to um, spend the day with another person.
Yeah.
But it's all fine, man. That's how it happened. Corpus, we came back, and that job eventually helped to Peyton to put out there like, hey, this dude also can act. Doesn't look forced, doesn't look
Yeah.
fake, looks interesting. So I can't wait to see how Payton going to grow in his actor life.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, would you be interested, you yourself, doing another short film like that with the squad?
I'm interested to run another short film wherever William wants to do, wherever he writes, wherever Peyton and William writes. I don't care. But eventually, I'm writing a short film that I want to. This time it's just directed by me, edited by William, by Peyton. Like it's just the same word, but we're gonna just change in this role. It's just I wrote this history. That's it.
Yeah. Do you have any movie recommendations? Since it seems like if you're thinking about having short films, like is there any that you felt like spoke to you, like that like mean a
Well,
lot to you?
my inspiration, my inspiration mostly gonna come from Quentin Tarantino. Any movie you like from Quentin Tarantino? If you don't know
I
Quentin
like Pulp Fiction.
Tarantino, the best movie or the best two movies that I can recommend you probably going to be Unglorious Bastards. Kill Bill will be
Uh,
another good
yeah,
starter for you if you don't know Quentin Tarantino.
yeah. I
Good
love Kill Bill.
movies.
That's actually, I think, the
Um,
first Quentin Tarantino film that I saw was Kill Bill when I was like a kid, and I just remember that. What was that scene when with that the Asian girl, like when she's talking about killing the people that killed her family. Like
bro,
I remember
yes.
that whole scene. I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yes, that is in of them in the like that house and she's fighting that bro, the fights are I love that the blood, all that shit, I love it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Quentin. I do love also shit man, I will say like another good inspo is Stanley Kubrick, man. If you don't know that director, I will recommend you The Clockwork Machine.
I
It's a
haven't
good
seen that one.
movie,
Hmm.
super crazy. Another movie that I like is Lolita. It's like it's an old movie.
Hmm.
It's kind of like about an old guy who it's like a pedophile. Weird movie. It's just like the love history behind is like super interesting. If you never watch Lolita, Lolita is a super good movie. Then I have favorite actors. Brad Pitt is one of my favorite actors. I don't believe the dude has a bad movie. Like any movie where is Brad Pitt is a fucking good movie. Same with Leonardo DiCaprio, another of my favorite actors. Doesn't exist, in my opinion, any bad movie of that fucker.
Hmm.
Series, probably Breaking Bad is one of my favorites.
Sure.
Vince Gilligan, the director of that series, with Better Call Saul, Saul Goodman, that series, like the spin-off, beautiful, the movie, all the shit. Like that director, Vince Gilligan, is another of my inspo, because I do like I appreciate composition in the most simple things. You know, the most simple thing, just a house, car, one person. How do you compose that shit? They composed in the most simple way. They just try to align in the center, put this thing in here, these lines. Like they have a way to create
Hmm.
composition, and that's a very important thing. But start with watch movies. Quentin Tarantino is one of those directors who say as long you watch a movie you can create one. So
Wow.
I never study film, I never study anything else. I just all that I know is for experience, for watch a lot of movies, a lot of videos, a lot of short films, a lot of independent movies, just a lot of watch.
Just a lot
And
of
as
film.
editor, it's the
Hmm.
same. You gotta watch a hell of reference if you wanna be a super creative editor.
Yeah, because when I'm watching shows, especially Breaking Bad, I love that you mentioned Breaking Bad because I watch it from time to time, but I notice different things every time I watch it. If it's the editing, the style, just the tonality of what they're saying, I feel like I catch something every time. Like every time I watch it, I'm like, huh, I didn't notice that the last time I watched it. So it's just having like a different perspective, especially from like an editing point of view. I feel like at first I watched it just being as like entertainment, then I would watch it from like an actor's perspective, and from editing, I think that that has helped, um, just kind of noticing new things, and I think that's cool, and especially speaking to you. I mean, you know a lot more than me, so when it comes to like watching film and stuff, I'm sure that's like a big help. Is there any other tips, even like even watching film? Is there anything to look out for, like for scenes or like when to cut a scene, just from what you've noticed from experience?
That's probably when I watch a movie for third, fourth time. That's what I'm watching. Like, oh, they like to do this traveling shot to this point. They make this cut. They create this scene like this. The lighting,
Hmm.
cause with oh, bro, I don't know when they going to recognize my work of as a director of photography. The director of photography is not a person who decide where to take pictures, where a lot of people think. Like people,
Okay.
a lot of people who doesn't know about this thing
Hmm.
believes like the director of photography is a person who decide where to take pictures. No, dude. The director of photography is a person who analyze the scene where we are, where the light come from. So where I going to put my camera, how I going to shoot, what angle, mid, close up, thirds, wherever, all that shit is my decision. So even when you see last episode, you see that part of the video when is Payton in a room, sitting in like in a chair, and he's like tied up, and it's
Yeah, it's
another
like
dude
narrow.
like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Uh-huh.
filmed with a super sketchy camera, but the knowledge behind, I don't know if someone going to appreciate, because the light who are coming to Payton, like the way how the light is on Payton
Uh-huh.
has technically a name. The name is Rembrandt. Rembrandt is the name of the artist who create like this lightning style from painting. So when you create this, like when you see this person coming the light on this side and create a little square here in this part of your face, is not a coincidence. The
Really?
director is setting the lights to create Rembrandt. That's it.
I didn't know that.
But a lot of things in Payton doesn't happen because happens because yeah, I'm standing filming in the right place where the light is good, where things looks good, and also coordinating like to not bother or not, like just not bother,
Yeah,
just
and for this
catch
video,
them.
I'll have like an overlay of that scene just because I felt like that would be cool to kind of match everything up
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Let
So
me. Okay, perfect.
now it's
All
pulled
right,
up.
so
Oh, this is awesome.
even even these shots, dude. Here is in the sauna. I decided to put the camera on the floor, thinking I feel like for William going to be nice if he has this shot of a drop of sweat of Peyton on the screen.
All right. Good grief. I've been reaping what I sowed. Nigga,
Peyton when he was cutting weight.
I ain't been outside in a minute. I've been living what I wrote. And all I see is snakes in
That's a
the eyes
GoPro
of these
shoot.
niggas. I was making waves, you was surfing in them. Dealing with the stomach
You
pain just from birthing all these kids.
even when we
Newsflash,
are
I'm a
here
loser.
in this interview,
Hmm.
yeah, it's outdoors. I can't control the sun, but I can put my subjects in a cool place where I can see very well the face,
Sir.
show the chin. Um, I want to show you. Hey, no, no what? Here we go.
Men eat food. Men consume. Fighting like I was losing after the first round, which was really dumb. I should have just.
I'm just happy. I get to do something really cool today.
Everything works when, like, that's the thing. Like, this is right before the fight, and I just needed. I know. In the edition, I'll be needing that question to make to Payton. Like, hey, what are we doing today? So I love it when Payton come to me to say, like, I just love it that I have something cool today. I have something cool to do today.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
I've been stripped of a lot as
yeah,
much as
well,
I've
yeah.
been gifted. We got history now. All of a sudden, I'm
I don't know when people going to know, like, this shot, this right here.
Should have just.
I'm just happy. I get to do something really cool today.
I've been stripped of a lot as much as I've been gifted. We got history.
Here. So I told you, me and Payton working in our first short film, Pulmonate.
Yeah.
I believe I didn't detail. Pulmonate is a film half digital and half 16 film, real film. So when
Okay.
I travel to LA for the 5 week of Payton, I bring it my film cameras. This shot right here belongs to a film roll unreleased, because literally what you guys are watching is just 2 frames of a roll of 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And you guys just watch it probably like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's just 2 clips. This clip of Payton right after the fight, that's why he's kind of like beat up.
History now.
And then this clip, which is also on film, and it was before the fight, it was this. The sun was hitting on the wall, but when Payton crossed through the sun, I could see his shadow. So it was like, dude, what about if you give me that pose when what you normally do in your weigh-ins? Against Rayones Barcelos, he didn't do the pose, which Payton, what he does normally is like he crossed the arms, like making this shit like super strong. For Rayones, he showed the teeth.
The teeth.
Yeah. But normally what Payton does is
All of a sudden I'm a mystery, and the feelings alive.
but yeah, that's a
feeling
real
is
film, and then
future
everything
thoughts
is
of
just
mirage, always in the distance.
the wake up. Yeah, the first thing what Payton did when he made weight is jump into the pool, which is like very freaking deep. You can try to reach the bottom of the pool and you'll be not able to do it. But
I had a quick
yeah, bro,
question.
like,
I had a quick question.
I love the colors. I love everything from, like, that's why I love my role. You know, like, I'm just a viewer. I just catch the moment, and then I just enjoy this right moment where I'm seeing how William and Peyton just try to create something.
Can you lower it just a little bit, just so I can hear you? My bad.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't. Sometimes it's hard to hear you. Yeah, nice.
I think my youth was just on full display in that fight. But I'm gonna try to still.
Here we go. So this part, right? Yeah.
You can turn up a little bit. Sorry.
You see what I'm saying? Like, even it's a super cheap camera, but doesn't matter. I care the lighting. I like to do all that part of the job who doesn't involve specifically the camera quality, but then the lighting, the composition, all is there.
No.
And all this stuff, like to create good environments and good lighting, good composition. And the end is I'm just making the work of William and Payton. When comes the part of their work, which is edit, they just have to mind edit. They have good footage, good takes. They don't have to mind with, oh, this footage is messed up, overexposed, so I have to correct this. Or, dude, what happened? Do you have an earthquake in your hands? Like everything is fucking shaking. Like, come on, no,
An
like,
earthquake in your head.
like, bro, like it's easy. It's just easy. Like my part is just like be present, be focused on what I'm filming, be very wisely in my decisions of what I'm
Right.
getting, and then just take care of composition, lighting, looks crispy good, and that's
Yeah,
it.
man. That shadow shot was sick, and especially that you pointed it out. It's just everything just goes so fast. It's hard to like appreciate those things. So you hearing it from you and kind of the thought that goes behind it just adds more like an extra layer of just like awesomeness, man. It's sick.
It's also a name because I believe, well, credits, because I feel like sometimes people think like is Peyton and William and that's it, but it's a lot of people putting work on the videos. No, is Luke. His username on Instagram is Luke MP4, and he's the guy who created this scene actually, because I believe not too many people knows like this is seen with the halo, like the little alien coming out from Peyton from the halo.
I'm not. I don't remember that.
It's this part when Peyton has an interview with John Anik and comes out this little halo.
Ah, yeah, okay, okay.
Okay, all these After Effects, what you are watching right now, is created for this guy. The name is Luke MP3. Bro, I love this fucking part. This is one of my
Yeah,
favorite scenes in the video.
it
And
was.
also is
Yeah,
another dude that I don't remember his name, and he create the animation of Peyton when he describes how he felt after the fight. I wanna show it. It's right here. Yeah, I believe it's right here.
And I wanted to just stab myself in the chest. Yeah, I mean, I wrestled in high school.
It's a part. Oh yes, it's here. It's here. It's here. Arman. Arman is his name. I don't remember his last name, but he did this animation as well.
there's so many cool parts of this video.
The reason I was sitting on one knee after he got up off of me was because I literally like didn't feel confident enough to stand because my head was just spinning. The vertigo lasted.
Yeah, that's a little animation, but both of these guys did it for the episode, and that's the other thing. Like, if we are thinking in how the channel going to evolve,
Mm-hmm.
going to increase that. Like, we're going to have more participation of other artists who can put and add and make a plus in the channel.
That'd be sick.
Because sometimes we don't know what we are doing because we just started this really just doing this like how it goes. But now, I mean, a couple episodes before, we already realized like we are very new on what we are doing. Like, it's not any other UFC fighter who are even doing something close of what Payton is putting outside. And I just hope like a lot of people can get to the YouTube of Payton, because most of the UFC fighters are doing the same, like commentating fights, analyzing fights, cooking. We don't
So
have Payton
both.
cooking. We have
No.
cooking with Jack, which is like another thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, we are just, if you listen the interviews of Payton will do his things in his own way.
yeah.
He has the influence of Conor McGregor, but he doesn't want to be Conor McGregor. He wants to create his name and his whole thing, not to be compared to Shannon Miley, not to be compared to Conor McGregor,
Right.
just Payton Talbot.
And when I found out about the channel, it felt like I found something like a gem. Once I found this, I'm like, there's no way this is not getting. I mean, I'm so glad that this last one's getting a lot more traction. But it's just like I felt like I found something that I wasn't supposed to find, and I just was like, oh man, this is sick. I had a question though when it came to that last fight. How did you guys find out about the news about Armin Sarukian? Because he pulled out a day before that fight. It kind of affected everything, right? And I feel like that doesn't get talked about enough on how
Bro,
like expecting how to do everything, and then that kind of throws a wrench in the plans, and then it's not talked about.
let me tell you my part of the history, because in all the fight week, every day Arman was there and never show up a single sign of he going to fucking pull out of the fight. I really don't know how ended happen like that, but what I can share is when Moicano got the fight, is it's like a little hole. It's not a little, it's a big hole where every space is separate, not for curtains, not for walls. It's just like this is the space where we're going to do the photo shoots in blank, where the fighters, like it's the pictures for the overlays and all that shit. That corner, photo shoot. Corner here to take the bags for your vitamins, nutrients, food, whatever you have to take here.
Mm-hmm.
Then in this part, another thing. So in that area, Moicano comes out saying, just screaming, dude, like, this is my fucking time. It's funny time. And that's it, dude. The dude just screaming. We were like, dude, it's a lot of people doing crazy things. Is Aljo there? He doesn't fight, but he was there hanging out, trying to talk with
That was a
like
funny moment. Yeah.
is fighters, is people like, and everyone is trying to do something to catch attention, because like it's the UFC embedded as well, filming whatever happened there. So yeah, but that's my part of a history with Moicano and Arman. Like,
So you just heard him screaming, and you're like, "Oh, they changed the main event." Did you
oh, no,
find
no,
out through
no.
Instagram?
Yeah, he is screaming that shit.
Yeah.
After we got done, well, whatever we were doing there, like the photo shoot and shit, we were just taking the elevator, and that's when I was just in my phone, and I was like, holy fucking shit, fucking Arman got out of the fight. Now he's Moicano. And same as me, all we were like, what? So that's why Moicano was like, no, that fucking shit, that's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, because it changed the card too, right? Because Moicano was supposed to fight Dariush, and then it was supposed to be Islam, and it kind of like I don't know. Does it affect you guys when it comes to like the placement of the fight or where it was at? Because I know Payne was like the fight right before the main event.
So the event, it was a pay-per-view,
Mhm.
right? But Payton was in the section of a card which is like the prelims, but it's really kind of like the main card before opens the pay-per-view.
Right.
And Payton was literally like the last fight, so he opened the pay-per-view. That's how business wise you watch the fight, like, all right, so
Right.
Payton is open the pay-per-view.
Mhm.
When Arman got out, we were expecting like that. We heard like it was a probability to step up inside of the pay-per-view section.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, UFC is UFC, so they just send which the saddest part is Dariush, dude. Wake up, preparation for shit, because he didn't fight.
No,
He
I
got
heard he got
paid.
paid though.
He got paid, but I don't know if you know like how fighters are get paid. For example, like Vinil Dariush probably are getting like 60K, and if you win, it's another 60K. So you are making 120.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if you make a performance of a night, it's a plus 50K. But if you lose or if you don't show up, it's just a straight 40, and
Yeah.
then sit for 6 8 months. So it's tough.
It is tough for him. I was just curious about that, just because I know you were there, and it was kind of crazy news. I remember seeing him like, bro, what happened? There was a whole lot of speculation what happened. I'm not sure what's next for Armin, but just with when I started my YouTube channel, I really wanted to do that kind of documentation, kind of like what you're doing for Payton, just kind of just like whatever's going on, recording. I try to do my best, and I post a video every day. If it's UFC, jiu-jitsu, this I want to open it up to anything, podcast, just to kind of get that creative outlet. And I feel like this was a perfect opportunity. And Payton Talbott is one of my favorite fighters. I've been watching him, watched all his interviews, the YouTube channel. Very interesting personality, and just kind of it's interesting that even the people he hangs around, it's like you never know what's gonna happen with him. So it's cool, man. And I don't want to take too much of your time. We're closing up to 2 hours of footage here, but I just want to say thank you one more time, Andres, and thanks for giving us the inside look on the YouTube channel and all the work that you put in. I hope to speak to you again. I feel like you're a very cool person, and you have lots of insight that I feel like a lot of people don't know about you yet. So I just want to thank you before we sign off over here. If you have
No,
any
man.
questions, let me know. But
Thank
any shout outs?
the thanks really is to you to get me, like having me here, and to explain to whoever are watching and listening this. This is my part of the history. um Pursue your dreams, man. If you are a UFC fan, a real UFC fan, you will remind the words of Israel Adesanya when he beat Alex Pereira. um I love Alex Pereira. Don't think like I don't
Don't
like
get
Alex
twisted.
Pereira. I fucking
I
like
got it. I
Potan.
got it.
But it's what Israel said at the end of that fight, which is like you will never feel this kind of happiness if you never really pursue something what you like, your dreams. You don't pursue your dreams, and you never get to see like, oh shit, I get this shit where I was like, this shit is impossible happening right now.
Yeah.
But even the craziest shit will happen if you really want to, man. Like, it's really nothing impossible. I was in fucking Ecuador, third world country, no visa, no permission to be living in US, and dude, I did everything. I never quit, and I feel like I didn't get shit yet. I didn't accomplish nothing. I feel like in that way. I hope one day I can say, oh shit, I one day, bro, when I have like probably 80, say to myself like, I accomplish everything that I want to do in this fucking life, because
Mhm.
all we are here to live, to have our experience, to win, lose, draw, whatever, but live and no regrets. Yeah, don't lose time regrets for things who you can change. All what you can change is right now, the present, to create a great future.
Nice, man. And I once after that last fight at UFC 311, you had a heartfelt message for Payton on your story. I saw it, and it's like, man, you really care about, even though he's like he's paying you, but it's like you really care about him and the things that he's done for you, and it really shows kind of like the work and the thought and energy that goes into it. It's not just for a paycheck. It's not just for get some views. Like, you actually care what you're doing, and I think that's awesome. And hopefully other people will get inspired and to do similar things as well.
Yeah, man. I hope more young fighters can see the track of Payton. Super smart dude. Normally, professional fighters wait till they make decent money in the company to start to have an agency, or to have a good agency as well, like, or start to have a YouTube channel, or start to create other sources apart to just fight. Payton, super smart man, like investing the money. He's not getting crazy with the money as well. Like, dude, I told you he got a new car, but he didn't got a fucking car what he probably can't afford. He just got a good reliable car, a fucking Subaru RCX, whatever is the serial. But
WRX. Yeah.
dude, like, I'm not a big fan of Subaru. Like, he could get probably a Cybertruck. He could get like a Camry. Like, I don't know, dude, like a super nice car. But the dude spended, yeah, paying full the car. But
I know what you
all right, he is him. Probably me with that money, I'll be getting a big ass truck. But
So he's smart with his money. It's good to see, especially for these fighters. I think like in the NBA and the NFL, people are known for going bankrupt as soon as they get that big check. They start living this lavish lifestyle, and then as soon as that's gone, it seems like I believe Payne has a psychology degree as well. It's like this guy's smart. He knows what he's doing. So that's good to see, and hopefully up and coming fighters could take some notes on kind of building their socials and what they do with their funds, and kind of invest in it rather than just like buying chains and stuff like that.
yeah, bro, I can just wait to get the call to be back and get some revenge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll be there. We'll watch it, support you guys. Whatever mission you guys have, whoever's the next opponent, we're there. And as a supporter of the channel, I'm a huge fan, and I just want to say thank you for all the time you guys put in. So
Thank you,
appreciate
bro.
it. Muchas
Thank you.
gracias. Thank you. So appreciate it, Andres. With this recording, I'll end it, and then you just have to wait a few seconds, and it uploads it, and then from there I'll just kind of for when you send footage, do you do it via email, or what's the best way for quality?
Well, we started using WeTransfer. WeTransfer, very reliable source. You can
Okay.
send files, heavy ass files. Everything gonna keep in um, virgin quality.
Okay.
But
Cool.
because we are too many people, we are currently using Google Docs,
Google, yeah, Drive and
Google
Docs.
Drive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we are working now. Because also, like, Google is more cheaper than WeTransfer.
How much is WeTransfer?
I mean, if it's just you, it's
Mhm.
cheaper than Google.
Okay.
But if you are like teammates and it's involving more people, definitely is Google Drive. But you as just your business, even if you want to create invoices, or even if you want to send files, but to download it, they have to pay you first. You have all those options in WeTransfer. Very good, bro.
Okay.
Check it out.
Not a sponsor, but you did a good job kind of describing it, right?
Dude, yeah. I just like to recommend shit who works. I
Right.
wish famous people can be more responsible with that, because I feel like a lot of people, they use their popularity to promote shit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I know what you mean.
I'm just dreaming with the day of one day we're going to have a good influencer person out there
Yeah.
who really try to influence people for good things. But
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do over here. That's why I'm trying to just show the kind of the daily grind. Try to be relatable to people as much as I can. Everybody has good and bad stuff about them, but I'm trying to do my best with representing kind of the jujitsu type of mentality of just showing up, doing your best, have fun. And I think that was like a good thing that you mentioned of just trying to have fun with the work, care about the work, but at the same time have a good time, because that's what we're doing. We're trying to
right,
have a good time in doing that. So I'll download this. You said we transfer or we file? What was it?
WeTransfer.
We transfer. Okay, I'll download that, send you the footage, and then we'll be good to go from there, man.